You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
Traveling can be hard on the body, especially if you're catching some sleep on a bench in an airport terminal when your flight's been canceled. Ugh. Or spending hours behind the wheel of a car. So what do travelers need? A really good stretch. Joining me is Dr. Liza Egboga from Toronto. Nice to see you once again.
It's great to see you as well. Yes.
So when you're traveling, how big a difference can stretching make?
Well, it can make a huge difference. I mean, most Canadians right now are probably suffering from neck, shoulder, and back pain. There was a really interesting study conducted on behalf of Tylenol Canada where they showed almost half of Canadians have had an increase in that pain in the last 2 years. So now with traveling, you're sitting, you're stressed, your body's crunched up, people are reporting even more neck, shoulder, and back pain, and even foot and leg pain because they're standing waiting in line. With stretching, you can help relieve a lot of that pain if you stretch along your journey and before your journey.
I gotta admit, like, for example, you go on vacation starting on a Saturday, the week is over. Let's say on the Friday, I'll go for a run, get a little exercise in. But then the next day, I'm behind the wheel of a car almost continuously for 7 hours in one position. That can be really tough, right?
Absolutely. So your body absolutely hates that. Anytime you're actually sitting continuously and can't move around, you're going to be in pain. So these stretches are great if you are a passenger. However, if you're not a passenger and you're the pilot or you're driving a car, best to take a pause, switch up with someone else while you do these exercises.
Okay, so Liza, let's show us what you can do here. You're going to start with a neck stretch, right?
Yeah, so this is a great one that you can do anywhere. All you're doing is you're taking your head, you're bending one ear to the shoulder, and then when you feel a great stretch along your neck and your shoulder, you just want to look towards your armpit.
Okay.
You'll feel a great stretch on your neck and your shoulders, and this is great because you can even do it in a suit. And then you'll go the other way and stretch.
Yes,
nice and
you can do it in a suit. You're right. I'm trying my best.
Yes. Yes, and this is a great one to do if you're driving a lot because as our eyes get tired, we tend to strain our neck forward. So by doing this stretch, you're going to help alleviate some of that neck pain, headaches, and shoulder pain that can come from all that time driving.
And it's not just the physical impact. I assume there's an emotional and mental impact as well for someone who's been driving a lot, right?
Absolutely. So not only does the stress of the roads and the stress of traveling increase our stress hormones, but being in poor posture, slouch forward, craning your neck forward, actually triggers an increase in stress hormones in your body as well. So it's a double whammy. So whether you're on the plane, whether you're driving, whether you're sitting on a train, any mode of travel where you're in a position for a long time can definitely increase your stress levels.
Okay, the next one you can show us, the pec stretch. What's that all about?
Okay, so with this one, you're going to take your arm. If you're somewhere where you can wrap it behind your chair, you can wrap it behind your chair. But if you're in an airplane seat, don't do that. The person behind you will hate you. So then you can just grab your elbows or grab your forearms.
Okay.
And then once you feel a good stretch in your pec there, you actually want to look up to the ceiling.
Okay.
So by doing this, you're helping to open up your chest because when your chest is tight, it forces you into a slouched in posture. It forces your neck forward. So with this, you're stretching your neck, you're stretching the front of your chest, and those neck muscles at the front that get so tight when you're traveling.
Yeah, I feel the difference already. Okay, next thing to focus on, the lower back.
Yes, because when they did that study looking at Canadians for 2 years, most Canadians did have increase in lower back pain. So this is a great one to do, especially when you're sitting a lot. So you're going to make two big fists like this, and then you're going to put those fists right in your lower back. And then you want to think of that as a fulcrum, and you just want to fold over those fists.
Right.
So that you feel your lower back stretching over your fist. And what this is going to do is it's going to help decompress your back, because when we're sitting for so long, it causes everything to gel together, That leads to back pain, tight hip flexors. If you can do this kind of decompression throughout your trip, then you're less likely to arrive at your destination with lower back pain. And think about what the traveling, lifting suitcases into your trunk, into the overhead compartment, off the carousel. And that's why so many people get to their destination and don't even get to enjoy their holiday because they're debilitated by back pain.
Right, especially on a long flight too. Okay, you've got one more quickly for us here, and that's working on the calves, right?
Absolutely. So you may have seen the news, of course, and there's lots of long lines, people standing in line, waiting for their flight, waiting to go through check-in, and that can lead to foot and leg pain. So with this calf stretch, it helps to alleviate foot pain, get the blood flowing because you're standing in place for so long. So to do this stretch, you're putting your heel to the floor, toes up, and then you're slowly going to bend over until you feel a stretch in the back of your calf. It should feel really good, especially if you've been standing for a long time waiting in those lines. And whenever you get out of your car, because think about when you're using your gas pedal, how much you're actually bending your leg and straining your calf. Whenever you get a chance to get out of your car, if you're driving, you want to also do this calf stretch too.
Oh, some great ideas there. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, good to see you again. And
You as well.
you can connect with Liza by heading to her website, drlizaigboga.com. She's also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.